Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. It's Christ169 coming to you live in our upload. Today's video is a weekend wrap up. It's a special one. It's weekend wrap up. When it wants to tell me what the hell I said. There it is. Okay, because it's YouTube guy I'm kind of slow today, so sorry. Kind of slow today. The algorithm's kind of slow. I think YouTube is. Today's weekend roundup is it worth it? Season 1, Episode 3, big box that sell games and other things, and just game stores. First off, guys, the weekend roundup is something I've been doing for years. It's mostly just here to give weekend, because I usually go to work on Sunday, but since Easter, happy Easter, guys. I'll be off tonight, so I won't be going in tonight, but it is 5 in the morning. I'm getting ready for Sunday church service here in a few hours. But before I do that, Sunday wrap up. Really, EA has got rid of about 700, 900 people of their own. EA is finally doing that now. They closed down a studio that was working on heavy on Battlefield 2042, and they're using the other studios to circumvent that. I think studio in England or studio in Australia. One of the studios was canceled, was closed down. Hopefully, a lot of people got jobs in those other locations, but I think they let go about 900 people in all. Maybe 750. Don't quote me on it. It's still the news is old, but still kind of coming in, hit and miss. Do whoever you ask, whoever you talk to. That being said, that was very sad. Those guys lost their job, but I've been saying this for a long time. The game industry been having a flux lately, where people are not buying games physically, and there's a lot of people backlashing against EA anyway because of the problem with failed launch 2042, the failed news about Titanfall 3, and many other things of Star Wars Survivor and Star Wars Fallen Order, different things that EA has done. So I'm not really surprised EA finally joined the mass hysteria and mass hysteria of laying people off. But I wish they wouldn't have done it. But no. So look at the Sam's Club, not Sam's Club. But look at Sam's Club. Sorry guys. So look at Microsoft. They laid off 1,200 people. Sony, I'm going to close 1,000 people. And hopefully, you guys find work somewhere. They're talented people. Obviously, they probably had some bad rep or bad issues, and they had to get rid of them for whatever reason. Probably cost cutting. Even though games like Helldivers 2 is doing great on PC, even though some crash. Is it worth things? This is going to be a two-part. First part about big box like Walmart is no longer selling games. Technically, they're still having Xbox games in there. I still see tons of them. Sorry, guys. And Best Buy, getting out of their digital, physical media market. I still see games in there. So have we jumped the gun again, saying something that may not happen, or is it really going to take time to wind down? I think if you look at the gaming industry right now as it is, with all these layoffs, Microsoft shutting down Bethesda's physical area, as well as Activision, as well as its own, and only going digital. It kind of puts the nail into the coffin, final nail, or one of these final nails, and the physical gaming situation is a lot farther gone than we thought. You have to backtrack about 2015 and really understand that digital distribution has been taken off. I said in videos many years ago, videos down here or around somewhere on my list here, the games you can watch this first and watch this later on. That digital distribution has been taken over about 53% to almost 60% in 2015 alone. And what really expedited that was the COVID thing. People are still buying games physically, but they're buying games a digital physical. They're buying games through the mail, buying games Not through GameStop. You could buy it, pick it up, and go. But you could buy games too at Amazon and have shipped to your house. Or GameFly shipped to your house. Go to your mailbox, get it, give Johnny his game, he can play it. That is the start precursor of the digital way, just in a physical format. Now we're going total physical now. 100% total physical. There is no more digital. Total digital. There's no more physical distribution sending them to Amazon to a house. Now, if you want to say, well, crisis, I work at Amazon. We have tons of physical sales. True. People are probably buying them because A, the internet is probably not great, or B, they still like having the game. They may buy it twice. Some people will buy a game twice. I had friends of mine who buy $200 uh, $200 Borderlands 2 kit, then go buy the game standard, put standard game, in a cubby hole, sealed up, and still have a $200 game they play with the statues. But I'm like, you already bought the game. Well, I want a collector's edition one. It's the exact same game. See, I don't get it as me, but you collectors out there, let me know how foolish I sound. Obviously, but still, it begs to differ, though. It begs to differ that the physical distribution is taking hold, and it's already here, folks. It's 5 years from now. Now, our Rich Tech USA, myself, Gaming Nexus, Jay's 2 Cents, and many thorough other YouTubers out there that I can't mention name because I don't have their name, or maybe don't know they exist right now. We've been rattling the battle cry since the dawning of the 8th generation. Then when the Xbox One base model came out, PS4 came out, I bought my digital insurance from our PS4 online. I went on there, paid $80, had a 2-year warranty extended. My Xbox, I missed it by about 1 day, and they couldn't push it through it. And if that's fine, because the thing lasted about 8 years. Then I traded it in when it started acting up. But that's what you get GameStop for. But that started back and on 360. A lot of people don't understand this. The push for digital started back. Sorry, guys, something in my throat. Sorry. The push for digital really took off on the 7th generation. Tail end of the 6th, going towards the 7th generation. 360, PS3, GameCube wasn't really much there. The Wii was there with the Wii Shop crap. They were, kids were playing with grandma with bowling, so that didn't count. But 360, PS3, you saw a lot of DLC, a lot of downloadable content, games on demand, games for gold. PlayStation Plus was coming out with PlayStation games and stuff you can buy. So a lot of people were buying a lot of stuff. Okay, so that being said, now, so if it happened during the 6th generation or 7th generation, I mean, what really caused it to expedite it? And I think there's one store in particular that caused a lot of people. Well, what really caused the explosion in the realm of this was with many factors. What caused the explosion of gaming in the 7th generation? What really caused it? What really started the ball? What really started to crank? What really turned the ignition switch and pushed the gas down to get the fuel going and started the engine we know at digital distribution? And it's going to surprise you. Casuals. Casual gamers started really getting into the gaming industry. The guys that once picked up Madden every year, now picking up Halo, Call of Duty, Battlefield, um, uh, the Witcher series, Resident Evil series, Dead Rising series, all series, and playing. The casuals are making now up to 80% of the fan base of the gaming community that go out and buy games are 80% are casuals. And 20% are the hardcore gamers with middle finger, tongue sticking out, pierced, and drinking amp and Mountain Dew because that's what Call of Duty says to drink. Those people are being pushed to the side. Digital distribution is taken off because the casuals got into the mix. I've been doing research on this for the last 2.5 years, and the influx really started right around the casual era, right around the casual era, and it really started around that. Um, it is really crazy to understand, but with the casual gamer now, developers now have to create games that casuals can get into. The Minecraft era of casuals are over with. That's mostly a kid's game now. Um, Call of Duty, you saw the skill-based matchmaking debacle in Modern Warfare 2. Battlefield saw how that is. Apex Legends get a little more skill-based matchmaking, but now you can't see it. But casuals are getting into everything, and because they're 80% of it, they're dictating the rest of the gaming genre, and that's what really started. And GameStop didn't help really with. They expedite it too with digital sales by treating customers by making their employees lie, cheat, and steal these customers who don't want to be lied, cheat, and steal to. They probably want to buy Johnny their game or Nintendo game, and they're being broadsided with having power rewards card that's used to them because they only buy games maybe once a year for Johnny or whoever the hell they're buying it for. So they don't have a reason to be there anyway. Only once a year. Hardcore gamers mad at GameStop because they got smacked in the face when they started, catering to the 80% instead of 20%. But what we think GameStop is going to do, they had to do something. They're losing money. The casual gamers were going toward digital. So now GameStop is selling more digital stuff than our physical stuff. I buy more digital codes from GameStop, from for Steam and or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate than I buy any game physical. I haven't bought a physical game since probably Titanfall 2 about 12 years ago, 10 years ago at least, probably longer than that. So, you know, if I'm having that conniption fit and that way of looking at things, what do you think, GameStop is looking at? The casuals really started the ball on this because they became the ones that wanted to stay home and download games and not go out because, they're like, we don't understand. We have to go out and buy a game at GameStop at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night where you can download it at home. EA's like, you know what? They have an idea. And Microsoft, yeah, they have an idea too. Sony, yeah, they got an idea too. Pretty good idea. We'll go ahead and start digitally downloading our games better and get better tidbits than you ever could get at GameStop or at Walmart or Sam's Club or Best Buy, however you get your games in the past. Um, and that being said, though, that's really what really happened. What caused distribution was many different factors, but the casuals getting into it really started um, the downfall. And it wasn't anything that could have been done to prevent this because you can't prevent something that's already been started, and it's going to happen anyway, regardless. No, no, no. If we wanted it or not, it's going to start anyway. If anybody wanted it or not, it didn't matter. It's just one of those things that happens. So if anybody says, well, You don't understand that you're damaging the market. I don't think they care if they damage the market because looking at the studies, GameStop is making less and less money. Their sales are going down the toilet. They're cutting people, firing people left and right, any way they can, and people are leaving in droves. So much so they're just shutting down stores and going home. And because of that situation, you have this situation. So is going to big box stores worth it? No. So, and the second question too, places that just sell games, is it worth it going to it? No, because I know unless you want a nostalgia feeling to go to GameStop. I went yesterday, and I talked to friends of mine who've been there, work friends who I talked to. They're busy, so they kind of ignore me. They're busy. So, but this is the thing. I go there, talk to people. I don't usually buy anything unless I'm going to buy a Game Pass Ultimate or a Steam card. In the fact now that I can't get anything, and I use my $5 on a battery charger for my Xbox Wire controller here, $20. Yeah, that I gave Xbox more money than I gave GameStop, but nonetheless, I gave them money. So I did buy something physical. I bought this controller actually at Best Buy. I probably should have bought it at GameStop, saving some more money. That $5 coupon and all, but anyway though. Anyway, that being said though, is big box stores and game stores so relevant? They are if you want trinkets and tinker toys. Go into a Walmart. Walmart's closed. I think closed the Easter today. But go into a store like Walmart and and look around in the electronic section. You'll see a lot more TVs, more scanners, probably some gaming rigs. Especially at Best Buy. I think Sam's Club you'll see a lot more gaming rigs. They'll close day too as well though. But you see a lot more gaming rigs, gaming laptops, a lot more. Yes, you can still buy a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox, of course. But as we advent towards the realm of digital distribution and less and less and less and less and less towards physical, it's only a matter of time before the physical, becomes an afterthought where people are just accepting it blindly. Okay, well, now this is what it is. And I think that's really the biggest thing that people need to understand. Physical distribution is going to be around in some way or form, but most going to be in physical controllers, physical batteries, 8-bit dues, or your preferred choice for your Bluetooth device for your PC or gaming rig. But you still need controllers, Xbox, PlayStation 5, PS4, whatever. So there's places to sell those. And if GameStop, Walmart, and Best Buy and Sam's Club become no more than just selling a digital console, PC, or just accessories, plug-in or wired Bluetooth, wireless Bluetooth connections, headsets, like that, then that's what gaming is. Gaming is in a flux right now. It's in a flux where it's going from the physical game aspect to physical hardware, physical controllers, physical hardware, physical stuff. The Steam machine is the most physical digital machine out there. It's something you have to have. Steam Deck is the most physical digital machine out there. A friend of mine got one at work. He bought one and brought it to work. And it's the most physical digital machine out there. You will literally look at it and say, you know what? That's a digital gaming device. And it is. We're so inept now with playing games on the go now the Nintendo Switch is no longer satisfied enough. We have to play our PC games now on the go. And now with Steam allowing you to play games offline, especially on Steam Deck, single player games most only, uh, you should be fine with that. Um, but I think I'm gonna look more into how they do that because I know I had an issue with my internet issue trying to play a game on Steam that was kind of wonky. I had to go through it and make sure I got the right update for it because updates required for it. Because it's a form of DRM. I don't care anybody tells you. It's tied to your account. Yes, you can delete it or refund it, but you're still going to be tied to that game, right? So that being said, going forward, or this forward, that's backwards. Forward to me, backwards to you. Going forward, um, we're going to see more and more physical sales of consoles, controllers, stuff like that. Digital cards. Then we're going to see games. And I think the mom and pop shops, like your game exchanges, will eventually start fading out because they won't be needed anymore. It make any sense out there to you, anybody? That the mom and pop game exchanges will eventually die out. Yes, people are gonna fight fist in the air, and then they're gonna fight with the flag, and they're gonna fight to get to, but eventually they're gonna disappear, and physical is gonna be just a faded memory. Just like the wax players back in the turn of the century, we had wax and music on a wax little drum cylinder playing to having a somewhat record player to 8-track tapes to records to cassettes to CD, now to digital, going back to records for some reason, and going back to CDs and cassettes in some places. Are still making cassettes and CD because they're actually not cheaper. They're just more nostalgic. But yeah, that's the evolution. That's the evolution of what's going on in the world today. And I think if people really pay attention to it, it'll be better off for them. But I think if people really understand what they're doing, the better it is for them. But in my closing moments here, to understand where we came from, you have to really take a hard look yourself and understand that going to GameStop and getting screwed by them and not buying games from GameStop, you weren't the only one that GameStop ripped off. Many other people got ripped off by GameStop, and people stopped going to it. So to say, well, I killed GameStop, no. GameStop killed themselves. It's just they expedited it by having them be this stupid and thinking that no, everything is based upon lunacy instead of common sense and thinking about we should take care of the customer. They took care of their own pockets, and now they're losing over $700 million, $300 million last update they have for financials. They're at 1.1 billion, and still a billion-dollar company, but barely hanging on. Um, and I predict that they can let more people go and probably go more digital eventually. But they're already 10 years too late to fire cylinders of the 8 cylinders they had. They're still firing on but maybe misfiring the 8 cylinder, but not really noticing. So now they have only 4 cylinders, 3 cylinders. I mean, the financials so bad now that they're literally just sputtering and just trying to keep the ship from just sitting there. And they could have they could have solved their own problem by going digital earlier, not buying cell phones, not buying stupid crap, not buying Simply Mac and going out of business, putting them out of business. My sister works at Mac and lost her job there because of that acquisition. But she works better now. She has an IT job, make more money, double, triple more money. So it's not bad for her. But what I'm saying is this: you have to understand where GameStop and big box stores came from, what happened to get here, and where we're going. Physical games are slowly going to die out. and so much so that it's going to be physical what? Physical controllers, physical adapters, physical gaming rig, and physical console will probably be the only thing to be physical left over from the gaming generation that we all, my age, will understand. The kids today coming up, well, yeah, well, whatever. Me personally, it's a lot more than oh well, whatever. Because to us, it's a lot more than oh well, whatever. It means something to us. We actually have to understand this. And once we do, and once we understand it, and once we get it, that's fine. We'll never have a problem at all. But we have to understand it. We have to get it. But that's not something that we have to do. And I think that we can get there. It's just going to be a lot of time that people are wondering what happened to the physical market. And they're going to be, I really hope that GeForce icons are still around today because they've been great. Been a great, gaming crash 2.0 where it could have gone, the death of physical media. I might do a video on that. Good lineup. Do it. The death of physical media, and try to go into somewhat of a better idea of what really happened, of why we got here, and how we got here. But guys, this is my video. Once again, like, subscribe, notification, ring that bell. If you guys going out services today, be safe, be careful. People are drinking probably the night before. People celebrate Easter different ways. If you're off today or off tomorrow, be careful. People be drinking probably all day, all night. That's fine. If you're an adult, that's fine. If you're not, put that crap down and grab a root beer without the beer. Once again, guys, be safe, be blessed. God bless all you guys. This is Jesus' resurrection day, so I'm excited that he's no longer in his grave. He arose, he's alive and breathing, and he's returning back one day for all of us. So peace out. See you guys later. Peace.